Welcome back to the center of it all. I'm here with Erica Milliron, the coach and special education teacher at Bald Eagle Area School District, and she coaches the first unified bocce team. So can you explain to me just what the unified bocce team really is?
Sure. So unified means that a team is an equal composition of students of regular abilities and students with intellectual disabilities. So it's about a 50-50 split. Everybody plays on the team equally as equal partners, equal competitors, and we play bocce.
So how did the program get started? Who was really behind that?
Okay. So Bald Eagle Area has been the host of the Special Olympics floor hockey tournament since 1999, and there have been some changes in the Special Olympics arrangement, and they decided to move the floor hockey tournament out of Bald Eagle. And they came to us and told us that. We were very sad. They said, we have a new great opportunity for you. How about you take on unified bocce? And I had never coached anything, had never played bocce, and I said, let me see it. And we love it. It's been a great experience.
So this was a completely new sport to you.
Yes.
Never played it before, but it's an Italian game and you had to learn the rules. So can you just explain a little bit the rules to me and like how you play?
Sure. Yeah, I had to learn everything. There's a little ball called the Polina, and the athletes roll that out first, and you have a certain place in the court where it has to land, and it's called the in-play area, and then each team has 4 bocce balls that they roll with the goal of trying to get their bocce closest to the Polina. We describe it as curling on the gym floor, no ice involved, but the kids have picked it up really quickly and really love it.
So speaking of the kids, this was new to them too, right?
Yes, we certainly don't have bocce in central Pennsylvania, as they do in other areas. Many of them hadn't played before. Some of them have played it as outdoor games or beach games, but to play it as a competitive sport, it was definitely new for everyone.
So you had to teach them all the rules, get them really started on this, right?
Yes, yes. Thankfully, we had some training videos to watch and things like that, but they picked it up quickly.
And what was the students' reactions to the sport? How did they really take to it?
For my students, especially those with intellectual disabilities, for many of them this was the first time they ever got to play a competitive sport. So getting to stay after school and go to practice like the other athletes, riding the late buses in our school, just getting all of those opportunities like other students do. That was all new and an adjustment, and they loved being part of that like the other kids in school were. For my regular ed kids, they had the chance to be leaders and to teach new students, teach their friends, but teach new kids how to navigate all this process of you are now somebody in this school who participates in an event, you're looked up to, you have to be a role model. And so it was a great experience for everybody. Everybody was learning something and everybody was taking a role in some way. They loved learning the sport, they loved competing, they loved getting to know their teammates. Everything about it was a positive experience.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So it sounds like everyone was really working together to make this work.
Definitely, definitely.
And then what about like the support, you know, the parents, the fans, what does that look like?
I've always said Bald Eagle is a pretty incredible place, and they've been fantastic with taking this on. We had a pitch meeting in February where Special Olympics came to us and met with our superintendent, our principal, special ed director, athletic director, and myself, and they came prepared with a whole pitch of, we want you to take this on, and I think they probably could have just said, we want you to take this on, because everybody was, yeah, we're going to do this. And it grew from there. Our athletic director helped us set it up so that we got physicals very quickly. You know, he had no qualms at all about making this happen, even at a time when he was very busy. We had parents that filled out all the forms very quickly because it was a quick turnaround and they wanted their students to be able to participate in this. Students were so responsible about handing things in. The school came together the night of our event. Teachers were offering extra credit so that kids would come to the event. They offered prizes, teachers offered prizes so that kids would make posters and cheer, and it became a whole school engagement activity, and it was really a great experience.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad the whole school was getting involved, really had a hand in this.
Absolutely.
And this is what's so new to you. Were you nervous at all? Were there any concerns around the team when you got started?
I was nervous because I have a great respect for sports and a great respect for coaching, and I wasn't exactly sure what that was going to look like that in me. I'm used to being a teacher. I wasn't sure how that would translate to being a coach. I knew all of the students going into it, so I knew their personalities and things like that. I wanted to make sure that for some of them, they understood the difference between during the day, me as their teacher, and after school, me as their coach, and I was concerned about how to do that. I was concerned about teaching a sport I had never played, but they kind of took that role on themselves and did that. So all of my concerns seem petty now, looking back on it, because it all was just such a great experience.
Gotcha. And then you did mention to me earlier that this is going to be a sport, considered a sport in the winter time. Can you just explain, you guys are doing it again in the winter, how excited are you for that?
My kids are very excited. I just ran into a parent over the weekend. He said, oh yes, my daughter already wants to know when Bocce starts next year. So I have kids beating down the door. I had kids coming to me after the match saying, we want to be on the Bocce team next year, kids who hadn't joined. We're very excited. It is going to be a winter sport. It'll start in November when other PIAA winter sports start, and it'll go through about February. We're hoping other schools get on board. The goal is to have 3 local competitions and then a kind of a regional event. We'd love for our team to qualify to go to states, where they do that in Hershey, at the same time as the PIAA basketball event. So we'd certainly love that opportunity. You know, I have kids who would love to figure out how to make that happen. So we're very excited. I think it's going to be a great thing here at Bald Eagle.
Gotcha. And then just lastly, what does this team mean to you? How has it impacted you?
I was very happy to say that I just finished my 14th year of teaching, and in 14 years this was my greatest adventure. I've done a lot of other projects and a lot of activities, and I get to know kids in a lot of different ways outside the classroom, and I love that, and this has been by far the best, the most rewarding, the most laughable, the most everything. It's been really my favorite moment.
Oh, that's so great. And thank you so much for joining me today and talking about such an amazing program. I'm so excited to hear more about this in the winter. But when we come back, we will be joined by Mel. She will be whipping up a delicious summer salad. Stay tuned.